my shawty when we show up to the party, yeah, I post.
What's up, everyone? Hope you guys are having an amazing day. Today I want to go through the top exercises that helped me build my glutes without back squatting or deadlifting. If you guys haven't, please check out my last video. I go through my low back pain story and how I was able to overcome it after 2 years of going through it. I hope you guys check that out. Today is a spin-off from that video. Without further ado, I'm gonna take you guys through all of these movements. I'm gonna do a voiceover to explain exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, how to perform it. Keep in mind that not all these exercises are going to work for you, but these are some exercises that worked for me, really helped take pressure off my spine and my lower back. But before you start any lower body day, be sure you're doing a hip mobility routine, because that's something that really helped my low back, was opening up my hips, getting nice and stretched out before I started my leg days. All right, here we go. All right, let's get started. So if I were to choose one exercise that would build the glutes without heavy back squats or deadlifts, I would 100% choose hip thrusts, just because that is literally what I did twice a week, every week for 2 years, and I noticed a huge difference in my glutes with this movement. So I highly recommend, you want to make sure that you do have a pad under the bar, because you could really hurt your hip flexors. But I would 100% recommend this setup right here. And then also, what's another great exercise for the hip thrust is just doing them banded, putting a band across something that you have in the gym or at your home. It's a great at-home movement as well. With these, you do want to go high reps, so probably about 30 reps, I would say, 20 to 30. To really feel this in your glutes, but you want to push through your heels, drive your hips up, squeeze with the glutes, keep your neck in line with your spine, core tight, and you should really feel the burn on these. And then with the weighted ones, make sure you're doing like 8 reps, pretty heavy. So these are hip thrusts. They're so good for the glutes. I can't even describe it. So those are hip thrusts. If you can do one thing, I would highly recommend to do them. Even if you're short on time and that's all you do in the gym, that's 100% okay. The next exercise is glute raises with a band. You can do this on a bench. You could do this on a Basu ball if you don't have this machine. But what you want to do is put a band around your ankles, because it's going to bring tension to the glutes. You want to keep your legs wide so you can feel that tension on your glutes, as well as squeeze for 1 second at the top with your glutes, so it works your entire glute, the bottom glute, the side. They burn so much. Anything unweighted, I would do like 15 to 20 reps, especially these are step ups with toe tapping on the ground, and the whole thing here is to not use that leg very much that is touching the ground to bring you back up. You really want to use your glute to bring you back up, so it's a nice and slow and controlled movement. That's why it's going to be really hard to use any sort of weight on this movement, but it's more of a controlled movement. This next movement is using the glute ham developer machine, and a lot of you may not have this machine. That's okay. You can do this on a Basu ball with your legs stabilized. You're going to squeeze. You can do this both ways. You can do just moving for 10 reps and then holding for 10 seconds. That's really going to bring a lot of tension to the glutes without utilizing your spine and backloading the spine too much to where you can hurt your lower back. The next movement that I absolutely love, I don't ever skip out on these, it's banded crab walks. What you want to do is go really slow, take tiny pulsating steps, and really push out using that abductor. And again, with any banded or unweighted movement, you really want to keep the reps pretty high, so you're going to feel a nice burn in this movement. But between this and hip thrusts, these really help develop my glutes without doing any back squats and deadlifts, like I said before. And then keep in mind, different movements are going to work different for everybody. Somebody may really build their glutes with back squats, and then some people may see a better response doing these type of movements. So always experiment with any type of movement that you're doing to see how you respond, because everyone responds differently. Moving on, so this is a reverse lunge weighted with a step up to a kick, I guess you can say, to activate the core. But I love any type of reverse lunge rather than a forward lunge, because if you do a forward lunge, it is primarily going to work your quads, rather than a reverse lunge is going to work primarily your glutes. And when I did hurt my back, I was quite fine with barbell reverse lunges, keeping the load pretty light, but these don't hurt my back whatsoever. So definitely give them a try, and try to avoid any front lunges if you're trying to work your glutes. That's what I do. So this next movement, really simple. It's just a banded curtsy lunge. You could do them non-banded, just with weights, or banded without weights. You can really tailor them to your needs and your activity level. But again, I don't really go too heavy on these, just because it is kind of a weird movement and you want to stay stabilized. So I try to go a little bit lighter but higher reps. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I also hope that you guys tried these movements, and if they work for you, great. If not, nix them. You always want to eliminate any movement that is hurting your body in any way. But if you do try these out and they do work for you, please let me know down below. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Until the moment that I cleaned up, teamed up, yeah. I got enemies, but I don't care, we teamed up. Night is only started, we gon' spend it till the sunrise. You're the one I always dream of when I sleep at night. Other ones were